Today's very shocking news: Prince Louis and other young royals may be invited to King Charles' coronation by Buckingham Palace staff, a specialist has suggested. The attendance of Prince William, Kate, Princess of Wales, and their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Royal Louis, in the historic Westminster Abbey ceremony on May 6 is confirmed. Despite receiving an invitation to the service, Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, have not confirmed if their children, Prince Archie Harrison and Princess Lilibet Diana, are also attending. Dr. George Gross, co-founder of the British Theological Association and visiting research fellow in theology at King's College London, Express.co.uk was informed by Dr. David J. Crankshaw of the Coronations Project that the royal children could attend. He claimed that in the past, plans had been prepared for individuals who wouldn't be able to endure the lengthy ritual in its whole. He described how Winston Churchill, who was the Home Secretary at the time, received an invitation for himself and his wife Clementine to attend King George VI's coronation on June 22, 1911. Less than a month had passed since Clementine gave birth to their baby, Randolph, on May 28. The king therefore made unique preparations to adapt to her. Lord Knollys, the King's secretary, wrote to the Home Secretary on April 29 and stated, "In our conversation today, I asked the King to give Mrs. Churchill a ticket to his box at Westminster Abbey for the coronation. You might be interested to hear that he was extremely sweet about giving her one, as he claimed he would enjoy giving it to her." Randolph Churchill's book about their father, Volume 2, quotes Mary Churchill, the Churchills' youngest child, as saying the following: "She was picked up at her home by a royal brougham and driven to Westminster Abbey so that she could arrive there as late as possible. She watched the ceremony until the king was actually crowned, at which point she slipped away. Randolph, who was starving, was driven home after she slipped away covertly. Winston and Clementine were destined to attend all three of the subsequent coronations, the first of which was this one. Similar preparations, according to Dr. Gross, may be arranged for the children of the Sussex and Waleses to depart during King Charles' coronation." But he emphasized that because the event will be broadcast on television, there would be an additional difficulty. "There's a chance they could bring the kids along for some of it," he said. "The youngsters from Wales and Sussex might show up. Yet the service is lengthy, so who knows? The current state of TV makes it harder as well. Yet, in light of Charles and Thea's Prince George and Queen Elizabeth both attended coronations, it appears likely that he will go as well. Young children of his age at home will be interested in watching," Dr. Gross continued. "There is a lot to see in this extravaganza. Prince George, 9, and Princess Charlotte, 7, William and Kate's two oldest children, are anticipated to attend the coronation. They frequently dress up for significant occasions, and they accompanied their parents to Queen Elizabeth's funeral. Prince Louis, who turns 5 in 1 month, may or may not attend on May 6. The kids of Harry and Meghan are still young. On April 4, Archie will turn 4. Lilibet will turn 2 on the day of the coronation. Princess Anne was thought to be too young to attend the coronation of her mother in 1953 when she was only 2 years old, although Charles, who was 4 at the time, did. Although Charles is thought to want certain aspects to be streamlined, the ceremony itself may linger for hours. Dr. Gross recommended that the homage portion of the event, in which every member of the British nobility pays their homage to the Queen, could be omitted or condensed. Complete details have not yet been made public. Camilla, becoming Queen Consort, would also add at the ceremony an extra dimension that was absent during Elizabeth's coronation in 1953. Key components of the ritual would also include the anointing, which might be broadcast on television for the first time ever at Charles' coronation, the crowning, and the administration of the coronation oath. The oath, according to Dr. Gross, is a crucial component of the ceremony, and the acclamation and recognition are also seen as being highly significant. Before the oath, the congregation was asked, "Do you recognize this person as your king or queen?" He or she responded in the affirmative. This portion of the ceremony dates back to the Anglo-Saxon era, when the ruling class chose the rulers. Monarchies cannot, without doing that, anointed. Those in Westminster Abbey, on May 6, reflect us in many ways. When the public is questioned about whether they recognize this, monarch, it is a very significant occasion. Due to the extensive music lineup that has been released, Dr. Gross projected Charles' coronation will likewise last a considerable amount of time. Dr. Gross acknowledged the potential of the anointing being broadcast on television for the first time and said, "Would it make a difference to remove that mystique and magic? Our suspicion is that it won't. We won't find out until a few days prior to whether it will be broadcast on television. We can argue this point, since many people will watch the coronation on television. Notifying folks right away won't increase interest. But a few days prior, an announcement might result in slightly more. Yet we are unsure. There's a greater likelihood, but we cannot be certain." Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Royal Update, and stay with us.